We can do it.
Shut down! Triple kill! Maniac!
We can do it.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you like gameplays, game
Until you're as
tutorials,
brilliant
game
as
tips
me.
and many more, consider subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the bell icon so you're always updated whenever I upload new videos. So, let's get started. In today's video I will show you how to use Layla, so if you are a beginner, this tutorial is for you. How to use Layla's skills. Layla's passive skill, the Malefic Gun. Layla's basic attack damage will increase depends on how far the target is. The farther the better because she will deal more damage, and it scales from 100 to 140%. Keeping your distance against the enemies will not only keep you safe from sudden attack from the enemies, but it will also increase your damage because of her passive skill.
Spree. An enemy has been slain.
Layla's skill number 1, the Malefic Bomb. This skill is burst type skill. She fires a skill shot forward that deals physical damage. It is hard to aim with Malefic Bomb, but it only takes a few practices to master it. Sooner, you'll be able to hit the enemy without even looking.
Keep it up.
If Layla hits an
Until you're
enemy
as
hero,
brilliant as me.
creep or minion, she will gain an additional movement speed of 60% that decays fast. Along with it, she also gains a bigger range for her basic attack. The bonus effect lasts about 3 seconds. Layla's skill number 2, the Void Projectile. This skill is an area of effect skill. Layla fires an energy ball that explodes upon hitting the target. It deals damage to the target and nearby enemies. Additionally, the energy sphere will leave magic marks to the target. If she hits an enemy with magic mark, they will be slowed by 30% and will receive more damage upon detonating the marks with her following attacks.
You have slain an enemy.
Layla's skill number 3, the Destruction Rush. This skill is also an area of effect skill and the strongest attack of Layla's Malefic Gun. She fires an energy blast in a designated direction in a blink of an eye. Leveling up this skill will also increase her basic attack range and second skill projectile. It's best to hit the enemies with this skill first before attacking them with continuous basic attack, since they will receive more damage because of the mark. Layla's best builds. You don't encounter the same kind of battles every match, so it's better to have multiple builds for different situations. Here are the recommended builds for Layla, but don't forget to have these core items for her build.
Keep it up. Until you're as
Best core
brilliant
items
as
for
me.
Layla: number 1, Swift Boots, number 2, Berserker's Fury, number 3, Scarlet Phantom.
You have slain an
Layla's
enemy.
normal build. Use this build only when the enemies don't have that much crowd control on their side. This build deals decent attack speed and high critical rate that will kill enemies quickly in the middle quarter of the game. Number 1, Swift Boots, number 2, Scarlet Phantom, number 3, Windtalker, number 4, Berserker's Fury, number 5, Hasa's Claws, number 6, Blade of Despair. This skill benefits from the new feature Camera Shift, activated in the settings, so you can see the end of this skill's range to aim toward the targets that are far easily. Layla's Lifesteal build. Use this build when the enemy has heroes that deals huge damage per second. This item build grants Layla a lifesteal early in the game so that she can deal damage while regaining her HP against the enemy's DPS heroes. Number 1, Swift Boots, number 2, Hasa's Claws, number 3,
Until you're as
Scarlet
brilliant
Phantom,
as me.
number 4, Berserker's Fury, number 5, Blade of Despair, number 6, Twilight Armor. Layla's Anti-Assassin build.
We can
Use
do
this
it.
build when the enemy has an assassin or fighter that specializes in dashes and mobility like Lancelot and Ling. The Wind of Nature item will nullify their physical damage, but will still allow you to deal damage to them.
Until you're as brilliant as
Number
me.
1, Swift Boots, number 2, Berserker's Fury, number 3, Scarlet Phantom, number 4, Wind of Nature, number 5, Endless Battle,
We can
number
do
6,
it.
Blade of Despair. You can use this build in the game as per required team fight. Recommended battle spells. Flicker, Layla can gain a mobility in her first skills bonus, but it's still not enough and she doesn't have at least one blink skill that will allow her to join in or withdraw out of team fights. That's why I recommend using it.
Until you're as brilliant as
Inspire,
me.
this spell is only a secondary option when you have a reliable teammate who will tank and protect you from early to late game. Layla's basic attack that is enhanced depending on the range is her main damaging skill, and because of that she needs Inspire to allow her to fire rapidly for a short time even without attack speed items. Recommended emblem set. The Marksman emblem. This emblem talent in combination is the best to maximize her potential in the game since it has the attack speed and critical chance that she needs to deal massive damage. In the first row allocate 3 points for the Fatal for an additional 3.60% critical chance, and for the second row allocate another 3 points for Doom for an additional 13.5% critical damage. And for the emblem talent Weakness Finder is the most suitable since the 90% movement speed loss and 50% attack speed loss dealt to the enemy is a great counter for the enemy marksman that you'll face in your lane. Layla best landing in rotation. It is recommended that Layla should proceed directly to the gold lane, with a reliable tank. Don't kill the jungle creeps, because not only it will take up too much of your time leaving your lane bonus useless, it will also make your jungler have insufficient gold and experience to gank your lane and other lanes because you took their creeps. You may be wondering why take the gold lane not the XP lane. Well, that's because Layla is a marksman that relies too much on item for her to deal damage. The gold lane will allow her to save up gold easily because of the bonus gold obtained from that lane along with the turret shield gold benefit. For the first 3 minutes and 40 seconds of the game focus on getting the gold bonus from the minions and avoid chasing the enemies or you might ganked by their jungler. If you manage to maintain your lane around 4 minutes then you probably have secured a core item already. You should now go and participate in team fights. Being the marksman means you are the team's main damage dealer, but you should also remember that as a marksman you're also a squishy hero with low HP, so it's best to play stealthily and seek protection from your tank or fighters. Remember, working alone in a fight will likely result to your death, so you should always let your tank or fighter to initiate the attack, so they could absorb all the damage and crowd control the enemy, while you are free hitting the enemies from behind. Now, since you are the main damage dealer, you are also the main target of the enemy team because of your potential to wipe them all out in the end of a clash. To ensure your safety, stick with your tank all the time so you could last longer in team fights and to contribute to kills and support more for more items and experience. Layla's passive states that the farther she is to the enemy as long as they are in her range, they will receive more damage, so it's best to keep your distance to ensure both safety and high damage. When using Layla's first skill you should keep in mind that when you hit an enemy, either minion, hero or creep, you will receive a bigger range and additional movement speed for a short time. With this, if you cannot reach an enemy, shoot a nearby minion, then your range will get bigger and you will likely be able to shoot the enemy. Now, for Layla's second skill, the magic mark plays a huge factor. When you have applied the said magic mark, it is best to deal damage to the enemy as much as you can since they will receive more damage because of the mark. And lastly, for Layla's third skill, it's best to use the camera shift option from settings, so you could easily scope and aim towards the enemies. You can use this skill as an opener, but it's better to use this for enemies that are running away from a team fight who usually has a low HP. So guys, thank you for watching the video. If you like the tutorial, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss my next video.